to another edition of Soulful Eats with Lisa J. So we are back home after doing all of our little travel where we went to Detroit, to Charleston, and to Chicago. So now we are back in our kitchen. So welcome back. And today I am going to show you how to make some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Holidays is coming up, so we want to make something so our guests can feel welcome in our homes. This is something we can have with our grandkids and our family. So I'm going to show you guys how to make these delicious chocolate chip cookies that you can have at Thanksgiving. You can put them on your dessert table, or if you want to eat some and put some out with the grandbabies for Santa Claus. Christmas is coming, so we're going to make these chocolate chip cookies. So the ingredients for our chocolate chip cookies are as follows. We're going to need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Correction, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That goes into your dry ingredients. We're also going to have a 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar and this is going to be 2 cups of dark brown sugar, not light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. You're going to need 2 cups of chocolate chips. You're going to need, and I use the Nestle Toll House. Everybody knows about Nestle Toll House. They've been around. I like these. These are good. 2 eggs, a stick of butter that's been cubed, and the butter has to be cold. And we're going to need about a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're going to mix all these ingredients together. This dough requires you to chill it for 30 minutes. So we're going to mix this stuff up. We're going to let it chill, and then we're going to pull it back out, and then we're going to put it onto our baking tray, and I'm going to show you how these delicious chocolate chip cookies are going to come out. So stay tuned. So I'm getting ready to start incorporating my ingredients, but before I do that, I want to give a huge shout out to the Detroit Lions. This batch of cookies is dedicated to my Detroit Lions. I do have on my Detroit Lions shirt today because they beat the hell out of the San Diego Chargers. Sorry, Chargers. It was a good game, but you guys just couldn't pull it off. So, correction, the LA Chargers. And we're going to have to get a shout out to Dan Campbell because, you know, Dan Campbell coached a good game. So, this is dedicated for you, Dan Campbell, with your Detroit Lions. Okay, so we are going to put our brown sugar and our white sugar in here. And if you don't have a mixer like this, you can use a regular mixer. But since I have a KitchenAid, we're going to put the paddle with the flex edge on it so it'll mix everything together. Gonna lower that down, lock it in place, and we're gonna do it on low speed so it'll mix, okay? So if you guys watch my videos and you saw that I went to a Chicago Bears game, the Bears did really good. I'm still out, the jury's still out on their backup quarterback, Tyson Bagent, but my boy is always going to be QB #1, Justin Fields, so shouts out. He will be back this week against the Lions, so I don't know, that's going to be a tough one, but shout out to the Bears. Go Bears too. Especially Justin Fields. Go Justin. All right, so we're going to put in our butter. So our butter is nice and cold. We're going to put this in. We're going to incorporate our butter with our sugars. So we're going to lower this down, lock it in, and then we're going to turn it on. And you're going to make sure all your butter is incorporated into your sugar. So this is going to take approximately about 4 to 5 minutes, and you'll see it start to come together. So I might want to cook it up one notch. put in, I think our eggs go next. So now we are ready to start incorporating our wet ingredients into our sugar and our butter. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So you use whatever you like. I have clear imitation vanilla. I like this. It's got a good flavor. If you want to use any other kind of vanilla, that's good too. But this is what I use here. And it gives most of everything I use, it gives a good flavor. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. And then we are going to add in our eggs. Okay. And then we're going to turn our mixer back on. And we're going to blend that up. Okay. We're going to put the head down in there. Lock it in place. And we're going to turn it back on and incorporate that in there. Okay. And you're going to start to see everything start to come together. So this is going to be sort of a Mrs. Fields type cookie. It's going to have a nice consistency, nice, moist, chewy consistency. You don't want them to be too flat and pancakey. You want them to be nice consistency. So now you're going to see your batter start to form, okay? It's starting to look like cookie batter. You don't want to overmix it, so I'm going to turn it off. Now, we are at the stage where we're going to start putting our dry ingredients in. Now, I have my flour, and I've already put my salt and baking soda in this mixture here. So I'm going to take my little spoon here, and I'm going to stir it together. So that's all mixed together. So I don't know if you guys watched my videos when I went out of town, but I was in Chicago, and I was coming out of the hotel, and I don't know if y'all seen that clown getting ready to run into my car. Boy, I was getting ready to lose my religion, because I'm like, am I on the wrong side of the road, or is it him? But I just couldn't do it. He was just way on the wrong side of the road. So y'all have to check out my video and see what I'm talking about. But yes, I thought it was me, but it was mostly him. So now we're gonna put this stuff into our mixer. So we're going to raise our head on our mixer. And we're going to drop this in. So stick with me for 1 second. So now we are ready to put our dry ingredients in. So I'm just going to shake my flour down in here. Okay. Come around this side.
Ready? Go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I put my flour down into my wet ingredients. We're going to put the head back down on the mixer, and we're going to lock it, and then we're going to turn our mixer back on, and we're going to mix it up. And you don't want to overmix the cookie dough, because then the cookies will come out tough. So we're going to mix them up until you start to see dough forming. Okay. And now we'll put in our chocolate chips. Okay. So now we're going to raise the head as you hear it kind of struggling. So we're going to put the rest of our chocolate chips in. We're going to clean that up and get that dough off of there. Got my little scraper here. Okay, scrape all that down. Okay, like that. Put all that dough down in there because you don't want to overwork the mixer. Okay, so I'm gonna finish mixing this up. Okay, so now your dough is mixed. This is what your dough should look like. Your cookie dough should look like this. It should have a nice stiffness to it. Okay, this dough has to chill in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And then after that, then you can get a cookie scoop, scoop it out, and you should have probably about 19 equal portions. I'm gonna roll them out into balls because they'll be cool, it'll be cold, and then you put them on your cookie tray. And then the secret to this is that most cookies you bake at 350. These you're gonna bake at 300. So that way they come out nice, round, smooth. And once we get to that stage, because we're not at that stage yet, we're going to let this get cold in the refrigerator. Then we'll come back and I'm going to show you how to scoop it up and put it onto your baking tray. And then show you how you have the most delicious cookies you ever had in your life. So stay tuned. Our dough has chilled in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So that way you can make nice size round balls. I have a measuring spoon that has a scoop on the end, so that way I can scoop out 1 tablespoon of dough. You're going to get a nice cookie sheet and you're going to put your cookies on the sheet and spread them apart because these cookies are going to spread. So like I said before, you're going to bake them at 300 for about 15 minutes. You might want to pat them down a little bit. Like so. Okay. Put them so that they will spread. So that you don't want them to bump into one another. Okay, so we are back. And this is what our chocolate chip cookies look like. Fresh out of the oven. They smell really delectable. I'm going to take one up. Let you see what they look like. So this is what your chocolate chip cookies should look like. Nice and golden brown. Got the whole house smelling really, really good. So, as always, like and subscribe. I hope you try my recipes. My followers are growing like crazy. But as always, have a great evening. And so for East with Lisa J, keep watching. Have a great evening.
Let's go, let's go.